Today is an interview I recorded at Ham Casing with Messi and Paoloni. We're going to be talking about cables and connectors and all the other cool stuff in his catalog. So play that awesome intro video! A quick shout out to all my Patreons who make the show possible. You can support me by joining Patreon in the link below. And on to Tank Radio! I'm here at GigaParts Booth with Messi and Paoloni. Messi, actually from Messi Paoloni. Thank you for joining me, and can you tell me about some of your products here?
Oh yeah, great. Thank you for interview. Look, first of all, quite many people are asking me about LMR 400 equivalent. So we have got plenty of solutions of the same overall diameter. Let us say 0.405 inches. And we have got, for instance, the exact equivalent, which is Airborn 10, which is our Airborn 10 is called like that because it's extremely lightweight, and it can be used for the expedition for this purpose because of the lightness and because also the overall performance, which is really very good. Yeah, I should look at there. Yeah, I'm looking at.
I'm still bad at that too.
I'm looking at the wrong place. Okay, so extremely lightweight and sturdy, very sturdy, with a polyethylene jacket so that it can be buried underground. So direct burial. And after that, we've got several solutions. And another cable to be buried, but with a stranded core, is ExtraFlex Bury 10. It's the same jacket, polyethylene, but much more flexible. And this is another solution if you've got a rudder. And otherwise, we have a PVC, black PVC solution, even more flexible. It's called HyperFlex 10, and it's quite a great cable. It's very popular in Europe. And we can have also the white jacket version for hot countries. So if somebody is living in Arizona or in Florida or wherever it's very hot, that's the solution for you. And we have got also other solutions such as UltraFlex 10, which is a variation of HyperFlex 10, but I think for the American market, the HyperFlex 10 is the latest solution to be taken into account. We can pass from these cables to a bigger solution, which could be the cables half an inch. So we have got a variety of half an inch cable, 0.500 exactly, which are extremely flexible. As you can see, this is a half an inch cable.
That's real flexible.
With a core, which is 37 copper wires plus a copper foil plus a copper clad aluminum and braid, a very thick braid, and we have got this sort of flexibility and performances which can be comparable to LMR 600 UF, which is 0.600. So it's a great achievement, a 0.500 with the same performance of a 0.600. I mean the flexible one, the LMR 600 UF. We can do it with PVC jacket like this one. We can do it with a white PVC jacket. We can do it with polyethylene jacket for burying the cable underground for direct burial. And this is another solution we are proposing to the American market, especially for people who are working for EME or they're working for very high frequencies. These are great solutions indeed. And we have got also another family of cables with a smaller size, 0.287, and so it's smaller than our G214 or our G8. It has an equal performance up to 28 megahertz, and over 28 megahertz they're going to be progressively better than our G214 and our G8. Progressively better means that the higher you go with the frequency, the bigger would be the gap towards the G214. With the difference that these are much smaller, less bulkier, and also much lighter. And it's all made of copper. This is the official cable, I mean the black one, the official cable in Italy in 2023, WRTC 2022 which will be held in July 2023. And even in this class of cables, we have got the black PVC jacket, the black polyethylene, and the white PVC jacket. So 3 different varieties. At the end, a smaller cable, which is HyperFlex 5, is a tad bigger if compared to our G58. It's all made of copper as well, and it's extremely good for making jumpers. And it can be a great substitute of our RG8X, which is bigger. Also another masterpiece of technology, because we managed to make a smaller cable, also in this case, with the same or better performances compared to a quality RG8X. I'm not talking about some cheap stuff, but quality RG8X. So this is a tad smaller, and it's even better for performances. And at the bottom, we have got cables for the dimension 0.200. So we have got an RG58, but also we have got other two different cables. One is the same size, it's called Airborn 10. So it's our Airborn because it's really extremely lightweight and has been conceived for the expedition where the weight for shipping the goods airborne have a value. And also totally waterproof, it's sturdy, can be used in places where there's been a flood, so it can be submerged in the water for a while, and for hiking, as it's very lightweight, and the cable will be one of these. So what else I can tell you about the connectors? We have
the connectors blew me away. I'd love to learn more about these.
Yeah. These connectors are evolutions of the PL259, as they are analergic, and it is also against the rust. It won't change along the time with the environment. And we have got the instructions, step-by-step instructions about all the phases of the assembly. You don't need to solder the braid, first of all. Secondly, there is a rubber gasket, and it is right in the middle, and we compress and block humidity, moisture, whatsoever. And instead of putting so much weld in the central pin, there is another pin which is made in the same way as an end connector, and it will be easy to put a little amount of tin in here in the little hole. It's soldered exactly like an end connector. Let us say that we wanted to bring the end technology of the connectors to the UHF connectors. So it's nearly as good as an end connector, but it works perfectly with the female of your apparatus, of your radios.
I made one of these before, and it was simple.
Yeah.
Very simple. I love how simple you made it, and it just screws together and only one solder joint, and you don't have to worry about like you said, soldering the outer braid together, because that can be a pain and take time consuming, because that braid sucks all the heat away. And it takes a bit for it.
And in addition to this,
yes,
they have better screening efficiency and the lower insertion loss. That is a very important factor, because our cables are guaranteed for 105 dB of screening efficiency, but if the connector isn't of the same efficiency, all the radio pollution can enter through the connector. This is one of the reasons why we do recommend to buy our connectors, especially for the standard sizes like 0.400. You can either use the PL259 or these connectors and the other way around, but if you want to preserve the screening efficiency of the cable, you have to take something which is up to the task.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. And one more thing, we have got some other accessories that we can propose to the hams. One of these can be the heat suppressor. And the heat suppressor is a tool you can screw on the connector, and it has got some ribs, will act like a heat sink, so it will dissipate part of the heat that is generated by the contact with the amplifier, and by placing a fan towards the ribs, it will dissipate in a much easier and much more efficient way. So this is the way to preserve the quality of the transmission and to keep the temperature on the cable cool, because the higher is the temperature on the cable, the worse it is for detonation. So we have placed in our catalog a table where you can see what happens if the cable becomes hot. This is one of the reasons why we wanted to add as an accessory the heat suppressor and also the cables with a white jacket. So keeping the cable cool is a must if you want to have the best efficiency for your transmissions. So here is the table at page 31 of our catalog. You can easily download from our website www.messi.it. So at page 31 you can see there is the coefficients where you can calculate how detonation deteriorates with the increase of the temperature. Be aware you should keep your cable cool. So especially those people who live in hot countries, be careful what is the path that your cable does around your house. Another accessory which could be very useful, we have run out of stock right now because all what we had here is finished. It has been sold out. So this special tool is very interesting because it allows you to make a perfect sealing.
That's pretty cool. So you recommend using this outer sleeve when your connectors are outside?
Oh yeah,
exposed to the elements.
Yeah,
because that sleeve is an entry point for the water.
So look at that. It's an important thing because in this way you're joining together in a very tight and very protected way are the female of the antenna and the male that you are screwing on.
Yep.
And the exceeding part, which is something like that normally, will act as a strain relief. So will be also mechanically more protected. At the same time, we have another version. This is the short version. There is a longer version where you can place two connectors, one on one side, the other side, and in the middle you can place an adapter, you can place a drum, and so you're screwing the three parts together, and then you pull the string which is inside this tube, and it will wrap the three of them all together in a fantastic way.
That's amazing. And where can we go to find out more information about Messi and Paoloni or buy some of these?
You can watch the GigaParts website, GigaParts website, but if you want even some more information, www.messi.it.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your time.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you to all my Patreon supporters. You can support me on Patreon. There is a link in the description below. And to all my tankers out there, go forth and conquer.